Welcome, race fans, to Wild West Racing League TNR Designs Truck Series at Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta. We're here to do battle for 70 laps in the first round of our playoffs. We have 8 playoff drivers here tonight: James Napier, Dakota Henderson, Keith Ayers, Trey Smith, Justin Bell, and Will Moore all came in with wins for this season. And by points will be Tanner Ensign and Dylan Smith. Not sure if Dylan Smith is going to make the race tonight. Tanner Ensign will be our driver who made it in by points. So we've got those 7 drivers. Let's see if we can bring James Napier, Tanner Ensign to the broadcast booth. Let's try him. Hey, Tanner Ensign, Barry Stevens in the broadcast booth. You got me?
I mean, we are right.
Yeah, I got a copy of you, Barry.
Okay, well, it looks like you made it in by points here for our first race tonight. Tell us what you got for the boys in these other trucks tonight.
The Wire Brothers Inc. YO Outlaw Custom Diecast Ford F-150 is pretty fast. We can, if me and my teammates can link up. I mean, we got 3 of us in this thing, me, Trey, and Justin. So, win for any Enzyme Motorsport truck tonight would be huge and advance us. But I think we can, if we can just stay clean. I would prefer to be up at the front, but I know chaos happens up there too, so we may end up riding in the back till it's closing time. We'll see how we qualify, but with any luck, we can get our first win of the season here tonight in advance.
Absolutely. Now, do you have any specific team or individual strategies that you're going to put into motion here for this afternoon?
Yeah, with the Enzyme Motorsports gang, I mean, we've worked real well as a team all season. I don't see that changing. I just know that push comes to shove, them guys will definitely have my back. So we're just going to roll with it and see what we can make of it at the end of the day.
All right. Well, we appreciate it, Tanner, for spending the time in the broadcast booth. We'll move you back down to Ensign Motorsports.
Thank you, Barry.
Thank you. That's Tanner Ensign in the 44 Chevrolet. I'm sorry, he was in the Ford. Well, that was my bad. Next, let's see if we can find Will Moore. Will Moore. Do not see Will Moore. There he is. Will Moore. See if we can get him up to the broadcast booth. Hey, Will Moore, Barry Stevens in the broadcast booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, during this practice session here this afternoon, what does it look like you got for these other trucks here today?
It looks like about even with most of them. Did some drafting practice. Seemed to be pretty good in the draft, and seemed to be able to catch pretty good and kind of hold pretty good. And by myself wasn't too bad. So qualifying, I'm not going to be too worried about it qualifying. I don't think I'm going to make a run tonight. I'm more worried about points than winning. I'm more worried about just surviving.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, obviously, teammates are going to come into factor here on a track like this here in Atlanta this afternoon. You guys have a game plan going into this race?
Me and 19 just going to try to stay with each other as long as possible, and find our Ford buddies, and then just whoever we can work the best with to stay with them, and just kind of just forge alliances as they come.
All right. Well, that's Will Moore in the 29. I'll move you back down to Ayers Moore's Racing.
Thank you.
So that was Will Moore. Let's look. Next would be Justin Bell on our list. And let's see if we can find Justin Bell and bring him. Justin. There he is. Let's bring him up to the broadcast booth. Hey, Justin Bell, this is Barry Stevens in the broadcast booth. You got me?
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you this afternoon? And how's your truck? And how are you? Do you think you got something for him here today?
I feel like this drafting track, you kind of have the unpredictability of it being that drafting track, but you can only hope. First time in the playoffs this season, so glad to be here. We're not in the bottom spot. But we're not in the top spot either. So we gotta point ourselves up today. But hopefully we'll be there at the end and just keep our nose clean.
All right. Well, I appreciate you spending the time to speak with us in the broadcast booth. What team are you on? I want to move you back down.
I am on Enzyme Motorsports.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for taking that time to speak with us, Justin Bell, in the number 8.
Absolutely.
Okay. So now we are qualifying. Qualifying tonight is going to be very important because this is a track that, like Talladega and Daytona, is going to be a draft, and the entire pack will be together during this draft. So we see Trey Smith going out on the track right now. Well, our next person to talk to would be Justin Bell. Justin Bell is the number 8 machine. We may have to move from him to Trey Smith in the 1 truck once he's done with his run. Nice and smooth. All the way around the track. Looking great. This is Trey Smith. And we're going to speak to Trey as soon as he finishes this run. We will take him up to the broadcast booth. So on his first lap, he has showing the fastest time on the racetrack, which is just really, really good. Stephen Ayers is on his first lap, as well as Dakota Henderson now past Trey Smith and Scott Rush. So that'll finish up Trey Smith. Let's take Trey Smith and put him up in the broadcast booth with us.
I'm gonna bust his ass.
Hey, Trey
Thanks,
Smith,
Tony.
Barry Stevens in the broadcast booth. You got me.
Yes, sir. I got you, brother.
Okay. Well, so far you're in about 4th position on that qualifying run. How'd it go, and what do you got for him here this afternoon?
Well, I don't know how it's gonna go. This is a pretty gnarly track, but we really fast last week Auto Club till some unfortunate events happens. But I think if we play our cards right and we can be in the right place at the right time and stay clear of all the wrecks, I think we got something that can be there at the end.
All right. Well, it was great to talk to you. I know you're one of these playoff drivers here tonight, and you need to stay clean and stay in that top 8 for sure. Top 6 would be really good, and even better would be a victory, which would move you to the next round. So I know you're looking for that as well.
Yeah, we've had some pretty good luck overall at the super speedways. I think like out of every series, I think we've gotten like 2 or 3 wins. So, and actually just won last Wednesday here at this track. So hopefully we can go 2 in a row for Echo Park, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, just gotta stay focused, stay locked in, stay clean, and stay clear of all the carnage, and hopefully we can be there at the end and get this number 1 Coca-Cola Chevy in the victory lane.
All right. Well, that's Trey Smith, and we sure appreciate the fact you've taken the time to speak with us up in the broadcast booth.
Absolutely, Barry. It's always a blast to be up here. Thank you for what you do. Let's go hopefully we can put on a show for you tonight.
All right. Absolutely. That's Trey Smith in the number 1 machine. So, looks like pretty much everybody has finished qualifying. Let's see if we can find Keith Ayers and speak to him. There he is, Keith Ayers in the 19 machine. Let's go to him. Hey, Keith Ayers, Barry Stevens in the broadcast booth. You got me.
Stand for loud and clear.
Hey, real quickly before we get ready to start this 70 laps at Echo Park, tell us what you got for the boys here this afternoon.
I'm just looking to keep my nose clean and stay out of trouble. My goal at the start is just to ride at the back of the pack, try to avoid the chaos, and then when it's go time, it's go time.
Absolutely. You know, coming into the playoffs in third position has got you feeling pretty good, and it's got to be a confidence builder. However, now you've got to perform again to get out of this first round.
I think I can do it. I'm the only playoff driver to have won multiple races so far this season. So looking to continue that streak and hopefully lock myself into the next round.
All right, I'm going to move you back down as we're getting ready to go racing.
And 4, thank you.
Thank you. All right, so let's get ready to go racing. We see the pace truck and the trucks lined up behind on pit road. We're getting ready to do 70 laps of battle here at Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta. Tonight's race is run by the Wild West Racing League, Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta. Track length here is a 1.5 mile track. Temperatures are 123 degrees. 72 degrees outside with 0% humidity. It's partly cloudy and only 1 mile per hour breeze. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Fearless Broadcasting Network. I'm Barry Stevens. So we should be going at any time here. Looks like we've got one more driver. And we're getting ready to go racing finally. We watch all the trucks exit off. Oops. It's like the one. Not sure if that was the one or not. Had some issues getting going there. So, we are getting ready to go racing. Scott Rush will lead the pack. On the front row will be Dakota Henderson and Scott Rush. Second row will be Justin Bell and Tanner Ensign. Mike Presley male and Tanner Ensign. Then Brighton Coleman and Stephen Ayers Jr., Ethan Farless and James Napier, Wayne Isbell and Brandon McKee, Dustin Hardy with Patrick Wilkinson, Keith Ayers and Jeff Herrick, Timothy McDonald with Will Moore, James Jones with Dylan Smith, Perry Harrington. And then showing in the pits is Trey Smith, Michael Lovelace, and Gabe Burke. And the pace truck is off. We're getting ready to go racing. Atlanta, Echo Park Speedway. The 04 of Scott Rush gets a good jump and is on the inside, followed by the 8 of Justin Bell. Third place is Dakota Henderson on the outside. 44 of Tanner Ensign's on the bottom, side by side with the 5 of Dakota Henderson. The 4 loses a little bit on the outside. That's going to allow the 8 of Justin Bell on the bottom to take over first place. The 44 will follow him and move into second. Side by side on this high draft track. Not a lot of space. Definitely enough room to go side by side as we see the pack moving all over the place, trying to get into position that they would like to have. Justin Bell, Tanner Ensign, Scott Rush. Justin Bell is leading him around. Tanner Ensign in second. Third is Scott Rush. Fourth is Dakota Henderson. And fifth place is Mike Presley Mail. As the field now is a little bit still side by side and a little bit racy, but we are on lap 4 coming up to lap 5, and we've had caution free so far, so maybe the jitters have already gone during practice. Oh no, we see the 77 up into the wall with the 52. Oh no, the 48. That's going to bring out a caution, and we are under caution. That was a big wreck. So there's the 48. He's jumped into the pits to get worked on. Let's go back out live. Justin Bell waiting for the pace truck to take the lead. So as we are now on lap 5 of 70 to go, Justin Bell will take the lead. Tanner Ensign is second. Scott Rush is third, followed by Mike Presley Mail in fourth. Fifth is Dakota Henderson. Sixth is Brighton Coleman, followed by Stephen Ayers Jr. Brandon McGee is eighth. Ninth is Wayne Isbell. 10th is Timothy McDonald. 11th is James D. Jones, followed by in 12th Ethan Farless. 13th will be Trey Smith. The rest of the field is in the pits as we speak. We'll watch and we'll see how they come out, what position they come out in. Our first 13 drivers are all out. Out of that, it looks like we've got a couple of drivers who are in our playoffs who are in the pits. That's not a good sign. They may have been involved in the accident. But now that we have more of the vehicles come back on, let's go continue. After 13th was Trey Smith. 14th is Will Moore. 15th is Keith Ayers. 16th is Perry Harrington. 17th is Patrick Wilkinson, followed by Dustin Hardy, then James Napier. Jeff Herrick is your 20th place driver. Michael Lovelace and Dylan Smith showing in the pits. Got some sharp pickup trucks here this afternoon. It's always a great day to go racing here in Atlanta. Echo Park Speedway with the Wild West Racing League and TNR Designs Truck Series. 70 laps here today. Like I said earlier, it's a 1.5 mile track. 123 degrees makes it a little bit slick. Brought to you by Fearless Broadcasting Network. I am Barry Stevens. So the 8 car of Justin Bell in his Chevrolet will lead second and third place. Tanner Ensign in a Ford and Scott Rush in his Ford. On the outside lane will be the Chevrolet of Mike Presley Mail lining up in lane 2. Pace truck is off. We're getting ready to go racing again. And they're off. The 44 gets a great jump on the outside and moves into first position. That's Tanner Ensign on the outside. Now on the bottom is Justin Bell in that 8. He's fighting back hard, and he's got the position from Tanner Ensign. Now the 04 moves into third, and he is in second. Scott Rush moves into second position. Side by side, second and third and fourth. The entire field is side by side. Now our leader is Justin Bell. Should he pull out a victory here, then he is automatically moved to the second round of the playoffs. So if a playoff driver, any of our playoff drivers, were to win tonight, they automatically have moved into the second round of the playoffs. Right now, that's Justin Bell, and he is one of our playoff drivers. Oh, and the 40 gets, oh, that's a big wreck. That's a big wreck. Let's see what happened here. That's the 29 of Will Moore. So let's see if we can find Will and bring him up into the broadcast booth. Hey, Will Moore, Barry Stevenson's broadcast booth. You got me.
Yep.
Hey, what happened out there on that last lap?
People wreck in front of me, and then I guess people just just think they can just stop right when there's a wreck in front of them, and trucks going 170 miles an hour behind them, and tried to move to avoid them, and I guess we're just doing ARCA brakes and just running through people. So I don't know. I just know that as soon as that stops, and next thing I know, I'm getting ran over.
Well, I know it's frustrating. You practice all week. You get the truck underneath you, feeling the way you want it. You think you got something for them. You're doing everything you can, and then you get caught up in somebody else's, wreck. I know it hurts. You're a playoff contender, and you'd like to move to the second round, and staying out of other people's wrecks is going to be mandatory here. We're only on lap 11, though.
Yeah, exactly.
We're only on lap 11 at 70, though, so you can get that truck out there looking good again, and I'm sure you got something for him.
That's the plan.
All right. Well, that's Will Moore in the 29 machine. I'm going to move you back down to Ayers Motor Racing. Okay. So, that was Will Moore. And back up front is Justin Bell. In second position is Tanner Ensign, Scott Rush, Mike Presley Mail, and then your fifth place car is Dakota Henderson. Dakota Henderson. Now, when they repaved Atlanta, what used to be called Atlanta Motor Speedway, Echo Park Speedway, when they repaved this, they increased the banking all the way around the track. Progressive banking. So the higher you go, the more of the banking there is. What that's allowed iRacing vehicles to be able to do is to race bumper to bumper, nose to tail, the entire race, just as if you were at Talladega or Daytona. It's a spectacle to see, and if you've not had a chance to go see it, you might want to add that to your bucket list. So we've got Justin Bell and Tanner Ensign, your first two drivers. We see that YO Outlaw Custom 44 Ford of Tanner Ensign. It's a sharp looking truck. Sporting that beautiful job there, paint. Pace truck is off, so Justin Bell will be leading them to the line. And they're off. Again, the 44 gets a big jump on the outside, but the 8 of Justin Bell will fight back on the bottom. Nobody to go with 44 of Tanner Ensign, and so he is going to slide back until Mike Presley can get to him. So it's still Justin Bell, followed by Scott Rush. Lap 13 coming up on 14 of 70. Justin Bell gets a little bit of a gap out there. This is not the kind of track where you want a gap. Now it's allowing the 44 on the outside of Tanner Ensign to get a run. But he still doesn't have anybody that close behind him to make it happen. Mike Presley Male now is moved up, and he will be in a position to be able to help the 44 of Tanner Ensign. But up front, still it's Justin Bell on the bottom. So we see Tanner Ensign move up side by side. They'll fight it out. See some trucks get a little squirrely here through the tri-oval. That 8 and the 44 are just going back and forth side by side. One of the negatives to racing on a track like this is you never have the horsepower to move away from the rest of the field. So no matter how strong your truck is, if you put 2 trucks behind you, you're going to be faster. It's just the way it's built. We're on lap 17 now of 70 laps. See that 8 and the 04, they've been working great together on the bottom. But on the top, you've got Tanner Ensign and Mike Presley Male, and they're working together as well. Lots of bouncing around on this track. Oh, and we've got some truck, a couple of trucks up into the wall. Doesn't look like it brought out a caution or anything. So we still have Justin Bell leading the field. Tanner Ensign in second position. Scott Rush in third. Really, the top 10 drivers are all together, maybe even more than that. James Jones just pulled the fastest lap of the race in the 76 machine. Wilkinson, Patrick Wilkinson has gone down and is in the pits. Tanner Ensign is showing in first place on the outside, but right down below him now is Justin Bell, who's taken it back over. Side by side, all the way through the first top 6. We are on lap 22 of 70. And there's no need to get real racy right now. You can't do anything. You can't win it. Maybe try to get some field position on the rest of the trucks out here. Get yourself up into the third row or so. That's what you really need to accomplish until you get down to about 20 to go, 15 to go. And then it's going to be go time. And we're going to probably see some quite aggressive driving at that point. These guys are all professional wheelmen, though, here tonight, this afternoon. And nobody wants a broken race truck. So they're going to do everything they can to avoid those situations. But as the race goes on this afternoon, these trucks, the driving's just going to get more and more dicey. Justin Bell still with Tanner Ensign on the outside, side by side. Doesn't look like anybody's trying to make any drastic moves at all. Just driving until we get to the point where we've got a race on our hands. Bottom line seems to have more traffic than the top lane. Oh, and we got somebody that just bounced off the wall there on the outside. As long as you stay in the draft, if you come up off that wall, you'll be okay. As long as you're in that group of trucks. So it's very, very important to not lose the draft here. We see the 31 get into the outside fence. But he didn't lose any timing because he's still in that draft. So side by side, our field goes by. Oh my gosh. That was close. That was in about 8th position back there. The 69, I think it was, of Stephen Ayers Jr. Stephen Ayers Jr. So some great running here. We see the field behind our leader. That TNR Designs Truck Series logo across the front windscreen. We see that 44 with that push by Mike Presley on the outside. Now we've talked about Mike Presley Male. He's not. He is not a playoff driver, but he's a very good driver, and I'm sure that Tanner Ensign has no problem having Mike Presley Male pushing him. So the 44 now is moved in behind the 8 of Justin Bell, as they are now on the bottom, lined up. 1, 2, 3 is Justin Bell, Tanner Ensign, and Mike Presley Male. Your top 3. Coming up on lap 33 now of 70. Justin Bell continues to be our leader. Looks like we've got some takers onto pit road. Justin Bell. That'll move our leader currently in the 49 Toyota. Oh, that was almost a wreck. That would have been very detrimental to our leader as he was in pit road, and that would have brought out a caution. Thankfully, what great driving. Some really good driving out here. There's that 49 Toyota of Jeff Herrick, followed by the 76 of James Jones, 52 of Dustin Hardy, so that 48 that's in front of the 49 is the last car on the lead lap. He does not want that 49 to get by him. So what you're seeing here is a race within a race. He will do everything he can to not let that 49 get by him. And as the 69 gets a very good run on the outside. So 69 takes the lead. That's Stephen Ayers Jr. And we've got more takers down the pit road as Ethan Farless comes down. Jeff Herrick in the 49 continues to be our leader, followed by James Jones and Dustin Hardy. Your top 3. Again, that 48 now is a lap down, showing in third place. He's not in third place. He's 1 lap down. The 40 of Brighton Coleman, which is right back here, showing on the lead lap. So in front of Jeff Herrick now, we have another lap vehicle. he'll move to the top. That's the 88 of Timothy McDonald. Michael Loveless now is in third position in the well, we've got our leaders are now coming down to pit road. That's Michael Loveless, or I'm sorry, the 49 of Jeff Herrick, followed by the 76 of James Jones. That'll put Michael Loveless in the 68 machine is our leader, with the 88 just in front of him. 88 is a lap down. That's Timothy McDonald. 68 right now is coming down, and he also will be pitting. So we'll go over to Brighton Coleman, who now is showing our first place truck. He has nobody in the draft with him. This has got to be a critical error on his part to not be in the draft. He is losing tenths of a second per lap. Maybe even a full second. As he catches the cars in front of him, that's going to help him get back in the draft, which is what he needs. So that's Brighton Coleman. Michael Loveless coming back out on to the track. But our 40 Ford of Brighton Coleman continues to lead the pack. He's the only car, or the only truck, that has not pitted. We're on lap 45 of 70, so he will be coming down soon. And this is going to cause, here he comes down now, this is going to cause him some real trouble depending upon when he can get back out onto the racing surface. So Justin Bell, who was our leader earlier, with Mike Presley Male and Tanner Ensign, are all second, third, and fourth. We see the 28 of Ethan Farless up on the top, staying out of the way of the leaders. Justin Bell, of course, one of our playoff contenders. Mike Presley Male. We're still showing. And finally, there we go. Justin Bell now officially is in first position. Mike Presley Male is in second, and third is Tanner Ensign in the 44 YO Outlaw. Some aggressive moves there by Mike Presley Male and that 000. Justin Bell remains out front in control here at Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta. See the 48 on the outside. letting these lead cars go by. Bottom line seems to have the momentum at the moment. The top line has not quite formed again. There's still no real reason to begin actual racing at this point. We're coming up on lap 50 of 70. And so now we have a race. We have 20 to go. Once again, that Justin Bell and that 8 machine in the front is one of our playoff contenders. Should he take this to the victory, he will automatically move into the second round of the playoffs. That's Justin Bell in the 8 Chevrolet. Once again, you can see the field behind him. Mike Presley Mail moves out to the outside for a moment, thinks better of it, tucks back in to line. So that 8 and the 000, Mike Presley Mail. We see Trey Smith now moved up into 4th position. He's come from the back of the field and made his way forward, doing a great job here this afternoon. Justin Bell, Tanner Ensign, and Trey Smith, your top 3 now. Trey Smith was very fast in practice, maybe the fastest of the field. So we know he's got something for him. But the other truck that was just as fast was Tanner Ensign in that 44 Ford. If the two of them can get connected, the 44 and the 1, I imagine that they would be able to really do some damage to the rest of this field. They were definitely the 2 fastest trucks in practice here today. On the outside, as Trey Smith moves up into 3rd place, side by side for 2nd place with the 000 Mike Presley Mail, giving him a nice push on the outside. So now the outside line has formed, and there's some speed to be had. .44 gets a little low and a little squirrely. The 1 now will move into 2nd place. That's Trey Smith alone in 2nd place with Justin Bell, your leader. So we are under caution again. Did not see what happened there. Well, we are lap 57 of 70 laps as the pace truck pulls out onto the track. Folks, we know you have so many choices. We thank you that you've turned on YouTube for Sunday night racing with the Wild West Racing League at Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta, Georgia, for this 1.5 mile track where it's 123 degrees and quite slick. Had some trucks hitting that outside wall and unable to keep the truck below it. Outside temperature is only 72 degrees. There's no humidity, partly cloudy skies, and a slight breeze of 1 mile an hour. Today's race is brought to you by the Fearless Broadcasting Network. I'm Barry Stevens. So the field is all coming down, except for Jeff Herrick and Dustin Hardy did not come down. Behind them are trucks that will get their lead back. Now we know that Jeff Herrick ran the most laps before coming in for fuel and fresh Goodyears. So we don't know when he's going to need that top off of Sunoco Racing Fuel. Don't know if he can make it to the end or not. Pretty sure everybody else can because everybody else came in. But as we speak now, it's Jeff Herrick, your leader. Dustin Hardy second. Justin Bell is your third place contender. Fourth is Tanner Ensign. Fifth is Trey Smith, followed by Mike Presley Mail. Then Dakota Henderson in seventh. Eighth is Brandon McKee. Wayne Isbell, and 10th is Keith Ayers. Will Moore, Scott Rush, James Jones, Timothy McDonald, and Michael Lovelace will round out your top 15. Now, James Napier, Dakota Henderson, Keith Ayers, Trey Smith, Justin Bell, Will Moore, Tanner Ensign, and Dylan Smith are all your playoff contenders. 8 of them. We've got 3 races to figure out who's going to move to the next round. After tonight, we'll be going to Charlotte Motor Speedway and then to Chicagoland. Remember, if you win any of these first 3 races, you automatically go into the second round of the playoffs. It's been a great season. These drivers, all 8 of them, all 8 of the drivers deserve commendation. They've had an entirely great season. You do not get to the playoffs with sloppy driving and poor management. These guys have thought every race through and have put themselves in position week to week to have top finishes in order to get themselves to where they are here this afternoon. So we're watching as the pace truck goes off the racing surface. Jeff Herrick in the 49 will lead him to the go line. And they're off. We've got the 49 with the 52 on the outside. Tanner Ensign on the outside behind the 52 of Dustin Hardy. But the 8 of Justin Bell now moves into second place behind Jeff Herrick. Justin Bell has been in the lead more this afternoon than I think any other driver. We're on lap 61 with 9 to go. And he looks like on the inside is, oh no, he gets turned, oh no. Oh, the caution does come out. Caution comes out. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. Justin Bell in that 8 machine got into Jeff Herrick. Well, so that takes the 49 and he is currently showing in 7th place. The 44 is coming down pit road. As well as the 5 of Dakota Henderson. We've not heard a whole bunch from Dakota Henderson this afternoon, but he is definitely one of our top 8 drivers and is doing everything he can to make sure that he has a good run here this afternoon. So Dustin Hardy in the 52 machine is in first place, with Justin Bell lined up to his outside. Then Trey Smith and Wayne Isbell will be lined up in your second row, and your third row will be Jeff Herrick with Keith Ayers. So, we've not seen the 52 doing a lot of leading here today. You got to wonder, Justin Bell with only 7 to go right now, 6 to go or 5 to go when we line up, how patient he's going to be with the 52 of Dustin Hardy. We know Justin Bell wants to be out front. He's been out front most of the day. Trey Smith is going to be there with him. Looks like James Napier is not having a great night. James Napier is our regular season points leader, and he's showing himself to be quite a bit down. This afternoon. As that pace truck gets ready to pull off of the racing surface. Next time by, we'll go racing and we'll have 5 to go. It's going to be interesting to see if we can do 5 laps without another caution. There's so much at stake here. The 8, the 1, the 19, they're all up there in the front, and they're all playoff contenders. You see the gray on their rear end there as the pace truck moves off. That's telling us the people in gray are playoff contenders. Get ready to go. Here we go. 52 on the inside, 8 on the outside. 8's got the 6 behind him of Wayne Isbell. So a new pusher for the 8. 52 has a big jump on the inside. Once again, we are under caution. Tanner Ensign. Let's see what happened to him. Gets stuck in the middle, 3 wide. There's not any room, and it looks like the 40 got a hold of him. That's the 44 of Tanner Ensign. Let's see if we can find Tanner Ensign and move him up to the broadcast booth for a moment. Hey, Tanner Ensign, Barry Stevens in the broadcast booth. You got me?
I mean, we already think that's right.
Yeah, I got you, Barry. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Saw that melee out there. You guys got 3 wide at Echo Park. That's not easy to do. What happened?
I feel like I got pinched. I got caught in the middle and then got pinched, and I just spun myself off Brighton's nose. I don't know. You can see my truck better than I can. How's it look?
Well, I'm not sure you're gonna win this race, but you know, what do I know? I'm sitting up here in the booth.
Well, we're gonna give her hell. I'm gonna make it exciting. Just watch for this maroon and black Wire Brothers Wild Outlaw Custom Diecast Ford. It's going somewhere. I don't know if it's going in on a tow hook or into victory lane, but it's going somewhere.
Amen. All right, Tanner. That's Tanner Ensign in your 44 Ford. I think I said you were in a Chevy last time, but I got it right this time. In the 44 Ford, Tanner Ensign. Have a great finish to this race.
Yeah, Barry, hopefully I'm talking to you here in a few laps. You're going to see some crazy things happen, so
Absolutely.
Stay tuned.
We know we will. Yeah. All right. See you soon. So that was Tanner Ensign in Ensign Motorsports. Justin Hardy is still our leader. Justin Bell, second. Wayne Isbell, third. Fourth is Trey Smith in your first 2 rows. All right. We're getting ready to go racing in a couple more laps. It looks like the lights are still on the pace truck. So we're going to have lap 68 under caution. And it looks like the lights are off the pace truck now. So next time by on lap 69 of 70, we will be going green once again. We see Tanner Ensign way back here in 16th position in that 44. He's someone to watch out for, though. We know how fast he was in practice. Let's go back to the front. We see our leader, Dustin Hardy, with Justin Bell on his outside. And your second row will be Wayne Isbell with Trey Smith. Your third row is Keith Ayers with Jeff Herrick. Then Brandon McKee next to Mike Presley Mail. Will Moore next to Dakota Henderson. Scott Rush next to Timothy McDonald. We'll watch the pace truck come off the racing surface, and he does, and goes down the pit road. Dustin Hardy on the bottom. We'll lead him off. And the 8 gets a great jump on the outside, an incredible jump on the outside. To move him back into the lead, that's Justin Bell in first position now. In second position is Trey Smith. 2 playoff contenders, first and second. We are under caution again. James Jones, it looks like, has crashed. Let's see what happened to James Jones. Yeah. He got into it with Tanner Ensign in the 44. We know that Tanner was doing everything he could to try to get back up. And looks like he got squeezed there by the 76. So as the field comes around again, we'll have to do a total of 2 laps. The first lap has to be completed caution free, and then our white flag lap, our last lap, anything can happen. Once we get to the white flag, the race is official on our last lap. But we need to get this first lap caution free first. It's going to be an exciting finish here. Look at the drivers we've got up towards the front. Justin Bell, Trey Smith, both of them wanting a victory here tonight and a shoe-in to the second round. What a better way to end the first race of the playoffs than to be gifted from your win the ability to go into the second round automatically. There's only going to be 6 drivers that move into the second round. So 2 drivers are going to be dropped out of the top 8. But if you can come in here with a victory on the first race of the playoffs, you don't have to worry about the next 2 races at all. Charlotte and Chicagoland are just breather races for you. So we're going to have to see what happens here. It's going to be very, very interesting because we know that Justin Bell is fast. And we know Trey Smith in practice was either the fastest or the second fastest along with the 44. So the 44 of Tanner Ensign is kind of mired back now in 12th position. Don't know what he's going to be able to do in 2 laps from where he's at. But let's take a look back here really quick. And we see Tanner Ensign. The truck seems to be okay. Doesn't look to be damaged. Now he got squeezed out there into the outside retaining fence, but he looks okay. Go back to our leader, Justin Bell, with Trey Smith. So we're in overtime, folks. Getting ready to go racing. 2 more laps. Let's close it out here at Echo Park. First round of our playoffs with the Wild West Racing League TNR Designs Truck Series. We're getting ready to go racing. And they get going. 1 on the bottom gets a good jump. The 8 on the outside, side by side. They are. Oh no, the 88. We're in caution again. We are not going to make this one go. Mike Presley Male. What happened to him? Oh, he just was trying to get out of the way. That's just, man. He's been good tonight. He's been really, really good. The 000 of Mike Presley Mail. Let's see what happened to Timothy McDonald. He locks it up as he comes off the racetrack. That's the proper and right thing to do by Timothy McDonald. Lock it up so that nobody else runs into you. So we'll go to the front now. And it's showing Trey Smith on the inside with Justin Bell once again. Our first two are still side by side. So we still need to get one green flag lap in. We see the 28 on the outside. That's Ethan Farless, as he is going to get a lap back going around the field. This should put him on the lead lap now. Tanner Ensign has moved up to 9th, starting from 14th back 2 cautions ago. So he has made some hay today, this later portion of this race. Here this afternoon at Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta, Georgia. We see the glare these drivers are having to deal with on different turns here today. That 52 of Dustin Hardy in 3rd position. He could be in a position to be a spoiler here today. I'm sure that Trey Smith and Justin Bell would not like to see that happen at all. Wayne Isbell could also be a spoiler on the outside in that 6 truck. And then the 49 of Jeff Herrick is back on the bottom in the 3rd row. Lights are off. The truck will be getting ready to go racing here. Pace truck will pull off the racing surface. We'll get her going one more time. So Trey Smith and Justin Bell will lead them off from the front row. It's amazing how big the pace truck looks compared to the racing trucks. Of course, the racing trucks don't have 4 doors. Well, they really don't have 2 doors, do they? Can't open them anyways. Pace truck is off. We need to go 1 lap green to get to our white flag lap. Here we go. 1 on the bottom gets a great jump. So does the 8 on the outside. Side by side, 1 in the 8. We see the 5 now. In 6th position, Dakota Henderson moves up into 5th. Can we get this lap all the way? We do. Okay, we are on our white flag lap. Whatever happens here is going to stay. Trey Smith still in the lead. 52 moves into second. Oh no! There's wreck. That's going to be Trey Smith that's going to take that victory. Look at the big wreck we have at the end of that race. Trey Smith, Justin Bell second, Scott Rush third. Oh my goodness, Trey Smith. Can you believe it? Trey Smith takes the first round of the playoffs to victory in the number 1 Coca-Cola machine. Justin Bell is second. He led a whole bunch of laps today, but he can't be too upset with that second place finish. And that'll also do him well going into these last 2 races of this first set of playoffs. But Trey Smith is your leader. Trey Smith, Justin Bell, Scott Rush third. 4th is Wayne Isbell. 5th was Dakota Henderson. 6th is Brandon McKee, followed by Dylan Smith, Jeff Herrick. Tanner Ensign is your 9th place driver. 10th place was Mike Presley Mail. 11th was Dustin Hardy. Keith Ayers was 12th. Will Moore was 13th. Stephen Ayers Jr. was 14th. 15th was Brighton Coleman. 16th was Timothy McDonald, followed by Michael Lovelace, Ethan Farless, Patrick Wilkinson. James Jones was your top 20. 21st through 23rd was Perry Harrington, James Napier in 22nd, and Gabe Burke in 23rd. Let's see if we can find Scott Rush, our 3rd place car, or truck, and bring him into the broadcast booth. Scott Rush. Let's see if we can find Scott. I'm not seeing Scott Rush. Okay. Let's keep looking for him one more time. I really don't want to go past. Here he is, Scott Rush, Ensign Motorsports. Hey, Scott Rush, Barry Stevens in the broadcast booth. You got me. Hey, Scott Rush, Barry Stevens in the broadcast booth. You got me. Seem to be having some technical difficulties getting a hold of Scott Rush and the 04 machine. We can move on to Justin Bell. Let's see if we can find our 2nd place car of Justin Bell. There he is in the waiting room. Let's move him on up to the broadcast booth. Hey, Justin Bell, Barry Stevens in the broadcast booth. You got me.
What's up, buddy? How are you doing?
You know what? I'm doing good, and you put on a show tonight. I know it's got to be somewhat of a heartbreaker to finish second because you were running out front a good portion of this race, but you've got to also be very satisfied to be in the first round of the playoffs and have a 2nd place finish.
Absolutely. I mean, I couldn't do it without this YO Outlaw, and my Mrs. Bell tie-dye sponsors on this truck. The guys at the shop prepared a really, really fast truck today. We were talking over setups. We felt how we were good. We didn't know how good we were because you never knew what the truck was going to be like and what the tire was going to be. But I'm so stoked. Can't Tanner and the guys at the shop. This all goes to Tanner. He made this truck. He got it for me out for my wife, and she's starting a new little business today. So I'm excited for her, and this is great promotion for her as well. So I'm super excited that they gave me the truck to be up there.
Absolutely. Let me ask you this: did your race today follow your game plan and your strategy, or did you have to evolve as the race came to you?
I was kind of worried there about some of the wrecks. Some of the guys got squeezed there, and I thought maybe I could have stayed there on the bottom, but you can't block both lines, and it's just crazy. But I'm just super excited that we're there.
Absolutely. Well, before I let you go, you have any shout-outs you'd like to give?
Again, Tanner, Trey, Scott, Brighton, Mike, they're Enzyme Motorsports. They set it up for me. They gave me the truck to drive, and I'm super excited. I'm new into this league this year, and they saw the speed. They hopped on. I hopped on with them, and I couldn't thank them enough. Again, Mrs. Bell Tie-Dye. I don't really have a name for the company yet, but she does great work, and I love what she does, and I'm so happy that she loves what she does. And YO Outlaw Diecast. Get in touch with Tanner Enzyme with all your custom Outlaw diecast needs, and of course, Fearless Motorsports Broadcast, Barry Stevens does a great job, and I want to give you guys a shout out as well.
Well, thank you, Justin. I sure appreciate that. We appreciate your time that you've spent with us up here in the broadcast booth, and we look forward to seeing what you got next week at Charlotte.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
You bet. I'll move you back down. That's Justin Bell.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, now let's get Trey Smith and move Trey Smith up into the waiting room. No, that's not what we meant. We want Trey Smith in the broadcast booth. Hey,
I'm gonna bust his ass.
Trey Smith,
Tony.
Barry Stevens in the broadcast booth. You got me?
Oh, I got you there, truck driver.
How's it going there, man?
Oh, I just cracked open a cold one. We celebrating tonight. That's for damn sure.
I'm sure the boys and you are going to be celebrating into the wee hours of the morning. First round of the playoffs, victory number 1. You are now into the second round of the playoffs. You have Charlotte and you have Chicagoland to drive around and just watch the view as if you were in the stands.
Yeah, it's felt pretty good. I didn't know how that race was going to turn out. Started the race, I wouldn't shift. My shifter wasn't working, so I had to start in the pits, and yeah, it was just chaotic all night. I had to run mid-pack most of the race, and just slowly made our way up front. And I knew when the first green-white checker happened, I was like, okay, we maybe have a shot here. My kind of game plan was just kind of push Justin and then battle it out for the win on the last lap, and then cautions kept coming, and then I got the jump, I think, on the restart, and then that last caution came out and it put me in first, Justin in second, and yeah, it was a wild restart for sure. And then yeah, going into 1 and 2 on that last lap, I thought the 52, he got up to me and just took the air out just enough, and I thought I was gonna lose it tonight, but some dirt track skills came in handy, that's for sure, and we were able to pull it off. So it was amazing. Gonna be a lot of beer drinking tonight, that's for sure.
Absolutely, and well deserved. Did you have to change your strategy at any time during this race? I know you came from farther back in the pack, and for a good portion of this race, you weren't talked about. But as the race came down to about 20 to go, we started to see you move up through the field. And then, like you said, during the cautions, you were up there in the very front. And it was just a matter of who was going to eke out who for the victory. Did you have to make any changes, though, as you were moving up? Or did your game plan kind of just fall into your lap?
I actually did have to change the strategy a lot, because my first plan was just kind of ride in the back and just see where we kind of let off, because I've been so good at drafting tracks all year, trucks, Xfinity, Gen 4, and next gen, we've been just so dominant. I hate super speedway racing so much and plate racing in general, but I mean the results show for themselves. But that's just me. But I was just kind of cruising, and then when we up in the top 5, I knew it was go time, and so I was like, all right, I'm gonna be a little bit more aggressive, and thankfully I wasn't too aggressive, and thankfully just everything played out, everything the way we needed it to pull off the win.
Well, I'll tell you what, I cannot let you go, Trey, without having you give some shout-outs.
Oh yeah, the good Lord above for blessing me every single day, waking up. My amazing girlfriend who lets me come do this 4 nights a week. My awesome son, my sidekick, my biggest motivation. Everyone at G Lightning Motorsports, Joe, Kershawn, Kaiser, Alex, Brady, Eddie, Harry, Max, Hunter, everybody there for bringing a great atmosphere, and Tanner, Justin, Scott, all them guys for as well, for just being amazing acquaintances through these races. Since I really don't got a teammate, we kind of just merged together and kind of just worked together. YO Outlaw Custom Diecast, Fearless Broadcasting, Race Car Bodies by Daily, Bucked Up. Trying to remember who's all on the car tonight. Just everybody that makes this possible.
Well, I tell you what, Trey Smith, you showed us that you have championship prowess, and that you are someone to be reckoned with for the rest of this playoff series. You can't ask for anything more than to dominate the first race of the season with a victory, and that's what you've done. Number 1 on your truck showed that tonight. It's great to have you in the broadcast booth, and I'm going to let you go celebrate for the rest of the evening.
Thanks, brother. Hey, we appreciate everything you do, brother. You do an amazing job.
Thank you.
Just can't thank you enough, brother. Also, one more thing. Barry, you already know where I'm going with this because I got to do it. I beat everyone's favorite driver again.
That's right, Denny. You go.
Overall, though, I know last week I kind of lost my temper, so I do want to apologize to James and Dakota for that. That was not professional of me. That's not how I roll. I was just in the heat of the moment. But yeah, we're gonna keep racing hard, racing clean, and hopefully can bring G Lightning Motors a YO Outlaw, our YO Outlaw Custom Diecast Championship.
Absolutely. That's Trey Smith in your number 1 machine. I'll move you back down to Ensign Motorsports, and you can go celebrate from there.
I got it, brother. Thank you so much.
You bet. So that was Trey Smith. So tonight we had our 8 playoff drivers: James Napier, Dakota Henderson, Keith Ayers, Trey Smith, Justin Bell, Will Moore, Tanner Ensign, and Dylan Smith. Of course, Trey Smith took the victory, and the 8 car of Justin Bell came in second. Those are your 2 leaders, and of course, as I said, Trey Smith with the victory, and now is moved into the second round of the playoffs. So there are now 5 openings to fill in 2 more races, and we'll have 2 drivers that will be dropping off. Today was a great race all around, though, here at the Wild West Racing League. Remember, every Sunday, Wild West Racing League has the truck races. Here tonight was at Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta, Georgia. Today's